So this is understood. Then should I move forward? Okay. Then now we have come to the second part, the next part of the particular problem. I mean, where we are going to, found this particular approximational um, matrix which is related to this high hyphen fuzzy set. So high hyphen this fuzzy set, this is speed is high hyphen fuzzy set. This particular fuzzy set com- comprises the approximated value, but this approximated values are going to be computed by these two given fuzzy sets. These are also, fuzzy set which is having the approximated value of height is tall hyphen and weight is moderate hyphen. So again, what we need to do is, here also we can see that this particular mu speed high hyphen, this is, is going to be considered as the consequent fuzzy set, and automatically these two are antecedent fuzzy sets again, because based on these two approximate values, I mean the fuzzy set having the approximate values, basically we are going to compute this fuzzy set. So again, whenever we have more than one this kind of antecedent fuzzy sets, we will be going to compute the T norm or the minimum of this value. That means T norm of the minimum. Now, coming here. So how can you now determine the membership distribution of this particular fuzzy inference, which is speed is high bar, which is speed is high bar. Now this is going to be computed whenever first you are going to compute this T norm between this height is tall hyphen and weight is moderate hyphen. And we know that how to compute this kind of T norm or this kind of minimum operation. Because we know that again we need to, form the 6 different combinations by taking 6 different heights, and automatically those are 5 feet 45 kgs, 5 feet 50 kgs, 6 feet 45 kgs, 6 feet 50 kgs, 7 feet 45 kgs, and 7 feet 50 kgs. But now we are going to take the membership values, degree of membership values from which two fuzzy sets? From these two fuzzy sets, not the previous two ones. So basically from these two fuzzy sets, again we are going to compute, the combination of this linguistic variable by taking minimum between 0.6 and 0.8. Again we are going to compute the minimum between 0.6 and 0.7 by taking consideration of the linguistic variable combination of 5 feet 50 kgs, and so on. So basically by following the same rule what we have done in the first part of the problem, we are going to perform the same thing in the second part of the problem to compute this part only. That means T norm between this mu height is tall hyphen and mu weight is moderate hyphen. So this is what we had. We had a particular, this kind of, you know, a particular, row matrix, you can say, where we have 5 feet 45 kgs, 5 feet 50 kgs, 6 feet 45 kgs, 6 feet 50 kgs, 7 feet 45 kgs, and 7 feet 50 kgs, these 6 combinations. And we can, write down the associated degree of membership or membership values. Now, this part is over. That means the part comprises between with the uh, T norm or minimum computation between these two things. This part is over. Now, whenever this part is over, now what we need to do is we need to now compute the max mean composition between this particular, I mean, fuzzy matrix, what we obtain right now, and the particular, fuzzy relational matrix, what we obtained by computing the fuzzy implication relations. That means in the first part, where we have completed the first part of the problem, we have obtained a particular, fuzzy relational matrix by implementing Lucas's implication rule. So now we are going to compute the max-min operation between this matrix and between this matrix. Now, max-min composition, that is also known to us. We have already, uh, told in the previous class as well that we are having, certain knowledge certain knowledge about our fuzzy operators, fuzzy implication rules, fuzzy relations, fuzzy compositions. All what we need to do is whenever we are going to compute the fuzzy implication rule based problem, we are going to, follow all those, computational techniques what we had already studied, and we are going to combine all of them into one particular problem. So now here we are going to compute our very known max-min composition between these two given, these two, previously obtained fuzzy relational matrix. So now, what we need to do is we are going to, first of all, follow what is the order of the matrix, order of the two matrices. What is the order? This is the order is 1 cross 6, as we know, as we can see, that is, this is 1 cross 6 matrix. And obviously, this is our 6 cross 3 matrix, right? This is our 6 cross 3 matrix. We know that whenever we are going to compute this max mean composition, then we need to, first of all, make an ally between the column number of the first matrix and the row number of the second matrix, which is nothing but the 6. And automatically, whatever be the new matrix we are going to develop, that particular matrix must obtain the row number of the first matrix and the column number of the second matrix. So obviously, whenever we look at these two matrices, we are very much sure that after computing this max-min composition, we are going to have a particular relational matrix where we are getting one row and three columns. That means the particular, matrix is having 1 cross 3 order, right? So basically, now this is very much known to us, and obviously whenever we are going to compute this, 0.6 and between this 6 meter per second, because this is the, column which is associated with 6 meter per second. The second column is associated with 8 meter per second, and this is with 9 meter per second. So we are here, uh, showing you all by computing one particular column in this manner, what we need to show in the semester exam also, what one particular, computational method you have to show, and again the rest you can write down the similarly we are having this. So basically, for mu, for computing the membership function or degree of membership values, mu between this 0.6 and this particular 6 meter per second, what we will have is max of minimum between this 0.6 and 1, comma, minimum between this 0.5 and this 1, minimum between this 0.7 and 0.9, minimum between this 0.7 and 0.8, minimum between this 0.8 and 0.9, and minimum between 0.7 and 0.7. Because we know that this is the, we are going to consider all the, terms associated with the first matrix and also associated with the second matrix as well. So basically what we have is we have this 0.8. So this 0.8 is obtained by from this by taking all the minimum values between these first bracket, and we are getting 0 0.6, 0 0.5, 0 0.7, 0 0.7, 0 0.8 and 0 0.7, and we are going to take the max between all of them, which is nothing but 0 0.8. Okay. Now am I audible, Ujjwal? So now we are getting here the max mean composition. During this max mean composition, first of all, we are getting the minimum values or minimum membership values of this particular thing. That means between the 0.6 and 1, we are getting 0.6. Between 0.5 and 1, we are getting 0.5. Between 0.7 and 0.9, we are getting minimum as 0.7. Between 0.7 and 0.8, we are getting minimum as 0.7. Between 0.8 and 0.9, we are getting minimum as 0.8. And between these are both are equal, so we are getting 0.7. And out of this, all these minimum values, we are going to find out which one is the maximum between all of them, among all of them. And we are getting this 0.8. So following in the same manner, so basically this is your what? This is your first term of this 1 cross 3 matrix. So automatically whenever we are going to compute this particular term, we are going to have this 0.6. I mean, we are going to first write down the max, and we are going to take the minimum between 0.6 and 1, minimum between 0.5 and 1, minimum between 0.7 and 1, between 0.7 and 1, again minimum between 0.8 and 1, again minimum between 0.7 and 0.9. And when you have obtained all the minimum values between all these two combinations, you will have to perform the max between all of these minimum values, and you can see that you will obtain the value 0.8. In the same manner, you will have the third value, which is 0.8. So basically, after all these certain steps, you are getting the final relational matrix, mm, same relational matrix. So basically, um, as your final values of final relational matrix, or by the Lucas's implication rules. Unlocked again. So those who want to participate, those who can't join due to net problem, they can join. So this is how you can compute some kind of problem, numerical problem associated with you know uh, the fuzzy implication rules. And whenever you are going to follow any fuzzy implication rules, this is the first and foremost method you are going to follow. That first of all, you need to compute the fuzzy relational matrix by using a particular implication rules. If the rule is given, then you have to follow that rule only. If a certain rule is not given, you can follow any of the 5 fuzzy implication rules. And then in the next part, you are going to find out if in the problem you are given, or you are going to determine any particular fuzzy relational matrix which comprises the approximated values of the different fuzzy sets. So automatically this is how you are going to solve this particular thing. So now I would like to stop sharing this particular window, so that I can um, go to the another window. What we need to share is this particular thing. Before starting with this, I would like to I would like to first stop sharing this, and I would like to, ask you to please turn on the video once so that I can ask about some kind of, problems, whether you are facing due to the, net connection, due to the, some kind of things. I want to first, try to solve this problem. Can you please turn your videos one, those who can turn your video, or those who can not face any kind of, net issues?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Ma'am, actually the problem was that here at my home there is a lot of network problems. So
Yes.
I was absolutely couldn't follow the question that you just now taught us, the second phase.
Oh, that means the phase.
After the
Okay, the phase one is clear, is understood. That means,
yes, ma'am.
I
Yes,
mean,
ma'am.
the way how we can obtain the particular, the relational matrix by using Lucas's implication rule. That is
Yes, ma'am.
until that portion you can follow, right? So I'm
Yes, ma'am. But the second portion.
okay. Okay, then I'm going to share once the particular slides. The next portion is basically, I first of all I want to tell you, then I am going to share that particular slide so that it will be better to follow the particular thing. That is what, that is basically we are going to um, compute the max min composition between what we have obtained in the particular, Lucas's implication relational matrix, what we obtained at the last of the phase one, or phase two. I mean, in the last of the part one, we can say, and the fuzzy, that is the first max min composition one term, and the second term is what we are going to obtain by computing again the approximate membership function by what we are given as the approximated fuzzy set, as the antecedent approximated fuzzy set. So that those two fuzzy sets, I am now going to share that particular page so that you can follow that those two approximated fuzzy sets are already, given in the problem, like these two fuzzy sets. One is mu height tall hyphen, this particular fuzzy set, and another is mu weight moderate hyphen, this particular fuzzy set. So those two are again the approximate, I mean approximated fuzzy sets. You can say those who comprises the approximated values of tall and moderate. That is why it is mentioned as tall hyphen and moderate hyphen. So basically, by taking those those two fuzzy sets, we are again going to compute what is our approximated antecedent, membership function. So basically, that approximated membership functions is usually, being computed what we are going, I mean, what we have followed whenever we have computed in the previous case. That means in the part one, that means again we are going to compute the minimum composition, or we are going to take the t norm between these two fuzzy sets. That means again we are going to form the 6 different combinations by taking this 5 feet 45 kgs, 5 feet for 50 kgs, 6 feet 45 kgs, 6 feet 50 kgs, or 7 feet 45 kgs and 7 feet 50 kgs. So again, we are going to, solve the T norm between these two fuzzy sets. That now I am going to show you. Up to this is, okay with you, Ujjwal?
Yes, ma'am.
Now,
Yes, ma'am.
exactly. And now we are going to, first of all, you can see that now we are going to again, compute T norm between these two fuzzy sets. So how we are going to compute these two, I mean, T norm between these two fuzzy sets? What we have done previously in this particular problem.
The minimum function.
Going to, yes, take it, we are going to take the minimum between these two fuzzy sets, and obviously these 6 combinations we can form by taking the separate linguistic variables, and these are the membership functions now we can obtain from the approximated fuzzy sets, which are associated with the 5 feet and 45 kgs respectively. The two next approximated fuzzy sets, which basically we are going to, we are given, which we need to utilize if we want to compute again the another fuzzy approximated set, which is basically related to the speed hyphen, right? Speed hyphen, that means high hyphen. The speed is high hyphen, that particular fuzzy set. So again, we need to compute this particular minimum, operator, and we are having these 6 different membership functions. So these particular membership functions have been obtained whenever we are going to perform the T-norm between these two fuzzy sets. Mind it, not these two. These are already done. These are already done in the part 1. So now we have computed the T-norm between these two fuzzy sets. In the similar manner, how we have computed the T-norm by taking these two fuzzy sets. The process is exactly same, fine. So now we have got 2 different, relational matrix. One matrix gives you the membership function, which is being obtained from the 2 approximated fuzzy sets, and we have previously determined one fuzzy relational matrix which is being obtained from the Lucas's implication rule. Now obviously we have these 2 relational matrix. Now if we are going to compute the new one fuzzy matrix, which comprises of the approximated value of speed, not the given one, not the standard one which we had in our problem, we need to compute separately the approximated value of this particular speed is high, that particular set. So then we need to compute max-min composition between this between first of all this matrix and this matrix. That is what we have written here, that now we need to compute the max-min composition between this and this. And that is what I have told, that whenever your net connection is not working properly, that now we are going to compute what? We have one 1 cross 6 matrix, we have one 6 cross 3 matrix. So obviously after computation, by discarding the the column number of the first matrix and the row number of the second matrix, we are going to expect one final matrix which comprises the row number of the first matrix and the column number of the second matrix. So automatically the order of the new matrix will be 1 cross 3, 1 being the row number of the first matrix and 3 being the column number of the second matrix, right? So how can we compute this max-min composition? This is very much well-known phenomenon for us. So basically we are going to, compute first of all the first term, 1 cross 3 matrix, right? 1 cross 3 matrix looks like this. That means we have 3 distinct terms. So first of all, we need to compute the first term. So whenever we are going to compute this first term, we are having this particular thing, which is very much known to us, that we are going to take the max and minimum between this 0.6 and 0.1, again minimum between this 0.5 to 1, minimum between 0.7 to 0.9, minimum between this 0.7 to 0.8, minimum between this 0.8 to 0.9, and minimum between this 0.7 to 0.7. And obviously out of all this minimum value, we are going to take the maximum value, and obviously we are getting this 0.8, and following in the same manner we can have the remaining 2 values as well by following this particular thing. That means to compute again the max of minimum between 0.6 and 1, 0.5 and 1, 0.7 and 1 in this manner. And obviously for the last term, we are going to take the max and minimum between this 0.6 and 1, between this minimum between this 0.5 and 1, and obviously we are having the third term as well. So here, after you calculate in the same manner, you can see that you are getting this kind of matrix where the three membership values are 0.8, 0.8, and 0.8. And obviously, this is what the final fuzzy matrix of speed is high hyphen. That means the fuzzy set, which is having the approximated value of speed, what we can, that means this, what we need to determine finally by having the approximated values of height, which is tall hyphen related to, and approximated values of weight, which is related to moderate hyphen. So basically, that is why I have told you previously that you can expect this problem into piece by piece, right? Part by part as well. That means at one part, you may expect to find out the relational matrix by using some kind of fuzzy implication rules. Either the rule is being told to you, that means you have to utilize the Lucas's rule or Mamdani rule or Zadeh rule or Gödel rule or anyone else that is that may be told, that may be mentioned in the question paper, or you may expect in this kind of question that you have to find out one relational matrix by relational matrix from these three matrix, one relational matrix by using any kind of fuzzy implication rule. So that is your part one of the particular problem where we have got this particular, I mean the second matrix of the max min composition, right? And as well as you can have this kind of thing as well, that means you can have to find out one that particular relational matrix where you are going to compute any kind of fuzzy implication. You have to utilize, you have to implement any kind of fuzzy implication rule. And also you have one set of fuzzy approximated values, and also you can term it as the fuzzy set which is having the fuzzy approximate values, and you have to determine again one new fuzzy set which comprises approximated value which is associated with the given value. So this is the two ways in which we can expect this kind of fuzzy implication rule based problem. So this is my first part of the class. So now basically I would want to stop sharing this particular thing, and I just want to uh, you know ask you that whether now you are going to any kind of question, or now is it clear to you the problem part?
Yes, ma'am, now it is clear too.
Okay.
Ma'am, actually, but due to some network errors, I was unable to enter the meeting, so that's why I missed maximum of the
Okay,
parts.
okay.
So that's
That I can understand. That I can understand. Okay, Obijit, I got your message that the network is fine. You can hear, but you don't come. Okay, it's fine. Then you just follow the class. Okay. So now